Oh, we're rolling! What's up, people? How are you? This is DJ Mouffin. You're watching Kulture Talk.
DJ Mouffin.
What's up, man? What's up?
Hello.
What's up? What's
How
up?
are
What's
we?
up? Me, I'm good, man. How are you?
Well, I'm alright.
Yes.
What's for the day?
Just muffins, more food, work, and this interview, which I was looking forward to, bro. So yeah.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Thanks, bro.
Good spirits. How's the new year going?
The new year is going amazing so far. I just released a song called I Miss You. Please, everybody watching this, go and watch it today, so right now. Then also, I think I produced a song that came out, I think, just before the release of my song.
Right.
And by Hannah Nyambe. It's called Different. Yes, I remember. Different. So, yeah, so the year is definitely going amazing for me because of those two songs. And we gotta start. I literally thought about the fan before, but it's okay, let's do it.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Glad to see you in good spirits.
Thanks, bro.
For those of you that know, or don't rather, the is DJ Muffin's core card. So can you tell us a bit about that and where that came from?
You know, guys, when you eat nice food, when you just decide, your mom or your father, or you just go to a restaurant and they bring nice food on your plate, what's the first thing that you have to say? You know? Yes, so that's what it's about, bro. Like you just enjoy good vibes. So that's where it came from.
The reason why I ask about the is for those of you that watched the trailer. If you haven't, please be sure to do that. DJ Mouffin actually did the sound for that. So thanks to him and the wonderful team we have at Culture Talk, we produced a lovely sound and a lovely video, which is featured on the page. So go back and watch it again.
So proud of you, bro.
We'll also be sure to add the link to I Miss You and what was the other song again?
Different.
Yeah. Down in the description box below. So now let's get started. Who is DJ Mouffin?
Okay, cool. Now I'll try and be a bit serious. But if I just, forgive me, bear with me, okay? So DJ Mouffin is a storyteller, and it's kind of like a superhero storyteller who tries to tap into the minds of people and understand their emotions and understands what they want to be, and then provides a space where they can actually be that. And he uses music as that space.
Brilliant. So when you're making music or producing beats or sounds, do you feel you're expressing your higher self?
Absolutely, definitely. Like, I don't even know if there's anything else I could add to what you've said, but I genuinely feel alive. I feel great. I feel amazing. I feel like I was literally born to do music, you know, to tell stories through music.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So what is the inspiration behind DJ Mouffin?
The name or just the persona, or, you know?
Well, the name, obviously that goes into persona, but more especially the brand and where you see it going.
Okay, so as I said earlier, I am a storyteller, and I'll just give you a brief background of the name. So I used to be a sound engineer at a church, and there was a program called VBS.
Right.
And so VBS was like a program for kids where they would come for, like, I think a period of a week. And in that period, they would, you know, sing, dance, eat food, learn about God. And when it came to, you know, the music part, I would always be one of the people playing music in the background. And so they would have very weird names for people playing music for them. And funny enough, my name was Mouffin, and I was like, hey, that's a weird name, but I like it, so I'm gonna take it. And so that's the inspiration behind the Mouffin name. And I think the second answer would be, I felt like because the Mouffin name was so weird, but also every time I ate muffins, my mood changed and it drastically became better. So I wanted to be able to create music that would essentially make people feel better as soon as they heard it, or whether it's a beat, whether it's a lyric, whether it's, you know, like how I'm gonna mesh the visuals to tell the story of the song. I wanted it to give people some form of inspiration, some form of good feeling. So I guess that answers the question.
Thank you for that. So why music? Why do you think music is your medium of choice? Because obviously people express themselves through art, through writing, through radio, through different things.
Right.
What is it about music that's so special to you?
Music is special to me, or for me, because one, I grew up in a home that I think had lots of music playing. My dad he's still alive, so he still plays guitar, but he was in a band. And just listening to him play so many guitar riffs always made me feel so happy. My mom, even though she got sick to save her life, always had a great collection of, you know, like beautiful music. And whenever I felt like, you know, either crying, yes, guys can cry too. Or whenever I felt like I was stuck, I always played some form of music that helped clear my mind. Also, I believe that music is such a big channel for me because I believe it's one thing or one way that God has asked me to be there for people and spread some form of love and peace to others. So those are my reasons for doing music.
That's a lovely message you have there.
Right.
You mentioned music being your muse and meditative.
Yeah.
So for other people, what do you think your music does for them? Or what would you intend it to do to them?
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a better question.
Yeah.
But my intent is, first of all, for people to feel at home, okay? To feel like they're heard, to feel understood, to feel like someone is going out of their way to represent their culture and bring it to them in such a I don't know if I should say prideful way. And so it's really that, like, I want people to feel like the best version of themselves when they listen to my songs. I want them to feel like they can express themselves in the very best way that they can without feeling ashamed, without feeling like, if I scream or if I dance or if I, you know, jump up and down, people won't look at me weird. And even if they do, I'm okay with that. Like, that's pretty much that, bringing the comfortability of life, one's culture on the table. So yes.
Thank you for that. You mentioned life, culture. So I just want to bring us home.
Yeah.
Your sounds are authentically African.
Right.
And I've noticed that in Zambia we have this copycat culture. Would you like to speak on that?
Yes.
And how is it that you feel people negate themselves from achieving greater good by copying the likes of others, such as yourself?
So it's a topic that's very dear to my heart, actually. Sometimes I'm actually very scared to speak on it because I feel like I'll just be bashed, killed, guys, executed. But I like being original. There's nothing wrong with listening to other styles and genres of music and getting inspiration, but I sometimes think that when we deny ourselves the ability to be original, we essentially deny a part of who we're supposed to be, and we adopt what's not necessarily ours. So I'm always inspired to try something new. Like if I don't know if it still is there, but there's like a wave of amapiano that was going on, and I'm like, okay, that's a really cool genre. I actually never liked it at first, just, you know, fun fact. I never liked amapiano, and a friend of mine came and was like, dude, there's this song. And then I think I heard Burna Boy, it's called Sponono. I heard Burna Boy in it and I was like, oh, this song is fire. So once I heard that, I was like, you can actually reinvent yourself in many ways, because Burna Boy, everybody knows him for Afrofusion, Afropop, and a lot of the Ghanaian and Nigerian styles of music, you know. So to be able to still sound good in amapiano but still sound like him is gold. And I feel like we should really try, or I really try my best rather, to sound authentically African, authentically Zambian, because I believe in the culture, I believe in something going beyond the years, beyond me, you know, like when people look at this video maybe 50 years from now and be like, this guy was such an inspiration, we want to, you know, like emulate him, pretty much, that's that.
Lovely. So, final question, this is going to be the heaviest of them all. Where does God fit into all of this? Because you mentioned you were a sound producer at church, so obviously you're a churchgoer.
Yeah.
I assume you're religious, but it's better to ask than assume.
Of course.
So, how much of a role does God play in your life, and how much does that affect your music?
Right, it's a beautiful question actually, thanks for asking. So, God plays a very big role in my life. So, brief back, well, I don't know if it will be brief, but I'll do my best, okay? Because I talk a lot.
Take your time.
Thanks. So, I come from, you could say, religious background. And so I was taught about God, I was taught about Christianity and different religions, okay? So my religion, for lack of a better term, I don't like putting it in terms of religion because I feel like it just traps everybody, is Christianity. And to not get into the details of religion, I will go ahead and say the part that God plays into my life in regards to music is I actually felt He called me to do this. And the reason I say this is I think in 2013 or 2014, I had I was trying to do some soul searching, you know, just trying to figure my life out, and I ended up feeling so lost. And I'm like, hey guys, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, just finished school and I need to help my family financially, and I don't even know what I'm doing myself. And I'm like, God, what's the thing? And so I literally heard this voice, like I was alone. I literally heard this voice in my head saying, you're gonna be a great messenger of peace around the world. And I was like, what does that mean? And so I moved on with my life. Like maybe say a couple of weeks, I went to church and there's this youth, I think, group. And just a bunch of people I didn't know came that day, and we decided to pray. And this one girl decides to come to me and she's like, hey brother, I was praying and God told me to tell you that you're gonna be a great messenger of peace around the world. And I was like, I was bang, man. I was like, yo, like this person didn't know me, didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't know. Basically, she didn't know anything. We didn't know each other. And like, to pick the exact same words that I heard, I was like, this can't be a coincidence. It's definitely from God. And so, when you look at music in a sense, it's got peace-giving characteristics. And I think even in a certain language, it means peace. But I only discovered that through working at church in the sound department, always, you know, mixing live instruments and people singing live every single Sunday, Saturday. And in doing so, every time people raised their hands because sound was good and everything was just mixed well, gave me a sense of purpose. And I was like, oh, I guess music is the thing that I'm gonna do to actually bring that peace. So for me, it's not necessarily just for fame. I'm not doing this for fame or whatever. I mean, fame would be absolutely amazing. Well, maybe not, but it's also more of a God-given mandate to try and create stories that other people aren't necessarily bringing on the table. So that is the answer to my question, or to your question, yes.
That was powerful. I think that was actually a tearjerker moment. You might get a little tears on that one. For me, myself, got perked up a bit.
Right.
But as we conclude, you know, you've obviously mentioned the relevance of God, the importance of God in your life, and music and how it grounds you. So, with you being a messenger of music, and music being a universal language of the world, would you have any other messages from your heart or from your spirit that you'd like to impart to those, as you've mentioned, who are feeling lost or hopeless? Because, you know, you're not in a unique position, and you find a lot of people actually are burdened with trials and tribulations which you'll never hear of. So just as we close out, would DJ Mouffin give us some inspiration, please?
Ace! I think of all the questions, this is probably the hardest because there's times when I doubt myself and I don't think I'm inspirational. But I would say wherever you are, whatever situation that you're in, your story is your greatest asset. And please don't look down on your story. Please don't look down on any part, whether you played a part in something that ended up not working out or even working out. Never doubt what's the word? Never doubt your identity. Never doubt who you truly are, because deep down, even when you feel like you do not know, just keep on taking one step at a time. You don't have to see what it's gonna look like, but you can see your current steps in the moment. So take every step with pride, every step with confidence, even when it's painful. Just do it, because you are a winner and a conqueror. But yes, thank you.
That was lovely. Thank you for the mandate from God.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for listening. If you'd like to see more of DJ Mouffin, he has his channel, DJ Mouffin on YouTube, and there's also Amani Gallery.
Yes, Amani Beat Gallery. That's the YouTube channel for beats. So if you, your father, and everybody else just wants, advertising services and you need beats, go to that site.
And the socials, what should we shout out?
Instagram, DJ Mouffin. Facebook, DJ Mouffin.
Yes,
Twitter, DJ Mouffin. Yes, YouTube, DJ Mouffin.
Yes,
I don't know. TikTok, DJ Mouffin. So
and
all
how are we
of them.
spelling Muffin again?
DOMO with a / UFFIN. Yeah,
Brilliant.
thanks.
All right, let's close that out. Thank you guys. We're done here.
Lovely. Hey, what's good, my peoples? Thanks for watching this video right here. Now like, share, subscribe, give us money, okay?